Okay, right here. See this old road here? If you can look way over there, that's Searchlight. It's at 18 miles, or 16 or 17. That's Searchlight. This is the old road coming in to go to California. And right here off of this embankment here is where Crescent ghost town. You can see there's nothing left. Everything's been gathered up for the Searchlight. And but there's a story about this little town. Lost treasures over here, somewhere in these mountains. Might be over there or over there. Now there is a mine right there, a vertical shaft, but it only goes down like 20 feet. We'll take a look at it. And this road goes through this little town, and then it goes over and around these mountains for pasture land. And over there is the National Joshua Tree Forest. It's a national park now. But here's the story. I'm going to paraphrase because I don't want any copyright laws against me. So we'll try and do our best. Paraphrase this old treasure story. We're going to do some hiking up in these hills and try to find this treasure. So, you got Searchlight over here. If you go down that highway, you cross those mountains right there is the Mojave Lake, which comes off of Lake Mead. Now, over there is a ferry that came down Lake Mead and will pick up all the gold. And we're going to go over there later today or maybe tomorrow, this Saturday. And I'll show you there's a gold mine ghost town over there, but people are still living there. And then there's the Nelson's Landing, which is Mojave Lake. So there's this ferry. He'd come and pick up all the silver and gold bullion and take it down the river to Laughlin, and they would unload it down there. And all the gold and silver that came from these mountains and from those mountains, Searchlight would go there, and they would go down the lake. So there's these two robbers who had a bright idea. Hey, we're going to get 2 horses and 2 donkeys, and we're going to steal the ferry gold and silver, and we're going to come across these mountains and head into California. Okay? So, like I said, I'm paraphrasing because I don't want to get in trouble with copyright of this book that I was reading. So, they robbed the ferry way over there at Lake Mojave. They had 2 donkeys. They loaded 80 bars of gold and 80 bars of silver that were 2.5 ounce to 3 ounces each. Because they used a little soap dish thing to pour the gold in. So it looked like a bars of soap. The old-fashioned soap. So they loaded up on the donkeys and they came across the desert. Of course, the lawmen all trying to pursue them. And this is the state of Nevada right here. And they came all the way across through that desert, and it's called Beer Bottle Pass back in the day. And they came over here to the town of Crescent. Now, once they got here, the lawmen of Nevada called the lawmen of California, and they met right here in Crescent town. They had a big shootout with the 2 the 2 outlaws. And the California sheriffs came over here. Now, there's a little town over here called Nipton. That's right on the borderline of California and Nevada. It's like 5 miles away, but the book wasn't clear on whether the outlaws got down there, or Crescent. It does mention Crescent, ghost town. So, what happened was, by the time the outlaws got to this little town, one of the burrows died of lack of water and crossing the desert. That's about 40 miles. And so they, they had to ditch it, and they had to ditch some of the gold and some of the silver. So they took 20 bars of gold, 25 bars of silver, and they came across with the other burrow. By the time they reached here, they only had 25 silver and 20 bars of gold. Now the outlaws and the sheriffs from both sides of the state shot and killed both of the outlaws. They've never found, nobody has ever found those gold bars, silver bars. But here's one thing. Where's the other burrow? What happened to the other burrow? It died on the way over. Okay, so I did some research, and obviously you're coming along, and you have stolen bullion, and your burrow's dying. What do you want? What are you going to do? These old timers, they knew where water was. They knew where this country was well known to them, because they had to go across it all the time. So somewhere out here is a spring. Now, I was reading a different article on this little treasure hunt. When the outlaws came over here, they were searching for a spring to give water to the burrows. Now, there's got to be a spring over here somewhere, and that's where the burrow, they said that the burrow died by the spring. So, if we find the spring, we might find the silver and gold, the bars, because they ditched it there and they only had one burrow left. So, that's what we're going to do within the next couple of weeks. I'm going to hike up through here, where that tall mountain is, and over here, and we're going to look for a spring. And I'm going to look on the maps and see if I can find it. So, another last piece to the story. And another book that has been following this treasure hunt. There was a kid on a four-wheeler out here riding around from California. And he was on this little four-wheeler riding these hills and all the roads. And there's little mines over there, and there's some mines over here. I've been here before, but I wanted to videotape this. And he was riding his four-wheeler. He's like 13, 14, 15 years old. He didn't say his age, but he did say that he was a teenager. So this was in 1995. This ain't very long ago. This town was here in 1880. So that's 100 years, but just since 1995, this kid's riding on a four-wheeler, and he stops a four-wheeler and he picks up a pretty rock. Oh, that's a pretty rock. I'm going to pick it up. So he picks it up, comes back to camp. They load up all the stuff and they go back to California, Los Angeles, where they lived, and pulls it out of his pocket. Look, Mommy, I found a pretty rock. What? It was a gold bullion from that robbery. It was a gold bar about the size of this, 2.5 ounces. So obviously the parents load up and they come back out here, try to find out where he picked up this gold rock, and they couldn't find anything. So ever since then, people have come out here looking for 50 gold bars, 2.5 ounces. That right now today, that's going to be like, damn, that's 50 times $5,000. So that's like $5 million of gold. And then you have 50 bars of silver about that. So this is the area right here. This is Crescent. And on the maps, it shows Crescent right on the road, right on the pavement. And that's not where, that was the mining. There's a, okay, see? So there's a road that takes off here. It used to have a gate, but you know, it's old. This right here is where the mine was. They buried it all in. And see, my truck's right there, so not too far. But that's why everybody's looking for that gold. There's a place down there, they dug up the whole mountainside where the new maps say Crescent down there because there's some mines down there. And you gotta look on the old maps to find the actual town. And so we're about 10 miles from the actual border. So I remember that there was a mine down in the wash here, but they probably buried it in. These roads are old now, and people, it's land that time forgot. And then 2 days ago we had a flash flood, and coming up on the bottom of the canyon is just, the road still has water on it. So yeah, but this is all granite rock. So between the granite and quartz, they'll have gold. It's little tiny veins of gold is what they're digging for. And real pretty out here. You got all the cactus, all the Joshua trees, desert floral, but not too fun for hiking. Look at all the cactus everywhere. So okay, well, we're gonna head back to the truck and go down that dirt road, see what we can see. Okay, we're following this road for about a mile. Came up by the power lines, went through a little skinny canyon. The road was really kind of rocky and ditches from the rain. Right now we're just following this. We're going towards Searchlight, which is east. And then on the map you got to follow this road, and it goes back in front of the mountain, and supposedly the springs over that way. So got a big bump right here. Yeah, the mines are buried in. They bulldozed them close. See, we're on a designated route right there. So I'm not doing anything illegal, guys. Come out here and wander these roads. Yeah, we're just following the power line, looks like, right now. So we're going to turn this way. Go in front. See, that's the mountains over there. Oh, I ran over something. Oh, a dead tree. Okay, I'll turn it on. Let me get over that. We gotta get over there somewhere. Okay. Okay, well, looks like the road petered out. I'm gonna do some hiking. Came around here. Got this big pine tree. And the road gets washed out. And it gets worse and worse. Well, we'll hike around a bit and see what we can find. Now it looks like the road goes up on that hill. You can see a Z road. But see, the road ends up right in this wash. But rather than wreck my truck, we'll hike around, see what we can see. Yeah, keep going. Okay, I'll turn it on if I see anything interesting. Or get closer to that road up there. Okay, we're headed up in this little canyon. Still following this wash. And haven't seen any signs of man. Oh, first thing. Look at that. I've got one of those tin tubs full of dirt. First thing, so there's got to be a spring up this little wash, I'll bet you. Where the ranchers would water their cows and stuff. And if you follow like if you see a whole bunch of deer tracks or antelope tracks going up a canyon, then that's a good sign of, there's a spring up there. But it's got to be more than one. You got to see like a trail of animals, because they all need water, and they're going somewhere to get it. So we're going to be going up through here. Let's see what happens. We got a Y here. We're going to go this way. It's a little easier hike. Okay. Okay. Road comes up here. You can see the valley. See that road over there? That goes to Searchlight. That town way over there, that's Searchlight. Come up here. And then right here is a little mining. This is old mining rock. It's all whitish color. An old road going that way. And it looks like this road goes up to the Z road. Up there. If we get up there, we might be able to see something better. We get up up to that next knoll where the birds are flying. We can look down over here. Okay. Okay, look at this road. We got two roads coming up here now. That one comes from down there where that mining area comes up over here. And way over there is a radio tower. This road is steep. Okay, walking up this one. And trucks down there. Right there by that big tree. looking for some green trees or grass, green. That would be where a spring is. You know, it might be just a little hole, little pond. But right here it gets really steep. And I don't see any signs of a spring. This road keeps going up to the top. I wonder what nobody's been on this road for years. It's just, there's no tire marks at all. But I wonder why they even cut this road. This side over here is just barren. We'll get on this little hill and see what it looks like. There was another road down below. I picked this one because it seemed to be coming up by these foothills. And it don't look like this is the one to the spring. Yeah, because this just goes up and over the mountain. Looks like there's a mine right there, looks like. And the road cuts across. Okay, well, we'll go check it out for a minute. See what this does. Okay, right here, there's a little pile of ore. And the gray slate stuff. Usually you find silver lead type deal. And right here across the road is a little dig. It's like a prospect dig where they try to see if it's worth doing a mine. I guess it wasn't. So the road keeps going, but I'm not going to hike up there. I think it just goes to the top, and I don't see no spring over here. So we're going to head back down to the truck, take that other road. It goes more north of these hills. And we'll check out another road. Don't have a lot of time today, but let's see. Yeah, it just goes right here. See, there would be like a pond or something. You'd see different vegetation for the water. Yeah, a lot of gray right here. And this road goes back around the other side. This was done recently with a tractor. Or I mean, not since 1800. Like maybe 1940 or something. Okay, we're gonna go back to the truck. Okay, see, we were way over there, over by that tall one. The tall mountain. So this is the Joshua Tree Wilderness. And it's huge. So you can't really hike. I mean, you can. It's like 40 miles worth of Joshua trees where those robbers came across this valley. Now over there, I'm thinking I can see that dirt road that I was on. So we got to be over in that little valley right there. I'll bet you is where that spring is. But today it's already 6 o'clock. See that valley? There's probably a spring over there. And somewhere it's supposed to be Beer Bottle Pass. I think Beer Bottle Pass is over this way though. But we'll come back to that. We'll do another hike. Okay. Right here is Searchlight. And we'll get out. It's all modernized now. You can't see all the mines are buried in. Look at this. So that's a long ways. Those mountains are where we was. That's Crescent. Right at the beginning of those mountains. Come down this long straight road. And right there is the start of Searchlight. And it comes across here. There's a mine right there. You can't get to it. And then there's mines up on the hill. There's houses all own all that property now. And that big one up there is the duplex mine. That's the one that started the whole Searchlight area. The wind off. Right there. And it's all blocked off, fenced off. You can't go up there. But we're gonna go through town. There's one gas station and one little store used to be. And they're coming. Yeah, right there, there's a old mine right there. They got it fenced all off right here. Yeah, seeing this, that's somebody's ranch now. They got a trailer park going up. Big one. That's the one that started the whole Searchlight area. Silver and gold out of that baby. I would like to go down. That would be so fun. Just to see, the workings. This road goes down to Cottonwood Cove, where all the boaters go. And right here, up on the hill, there it is, the big one. You can only go 25 on speeding. The big A-frame. Here's a gas station. And you got, there's two gas stations now. That's one I remember. The Chevron. And you can't even see the mine now behind us. Okay, see? Pretty cool stuff. I have to go in and get, you have to sign in, pay a little fee. But I wanted to show over here, up on that hill, that's the actual mine. And that's a little bus. I don't know how much it is. That little bus. It's crazy. Oh boy. Look at the rocks. Kinds of mining. There's a big old ore cart. Wow. All kinds of. Hi.
Where you guys from? New York. New York.
Salt Lake City.
Huh?
Salt Lake.
Salt Lake?
Yeah.
All right. Guys, watch out for a couple of natural things. Rattlesnakes.
Yeah.
You caught 19 this year so far? Last year was 9. No, last year was 19. We caught 10 so far. So watch out for them. Okay. They don't always rattle, so stay in the pathway. The other thing is, don't get involved with the cactus. Don't touch them. Don't fall into them. Don't even look at them in the eye, okay?
Yeah.
Don't jump on them. This guy went and touched it anyway. After I warned him not to do it.
Yeah, great.
I figured out why he did it. You know why he did it?
Probably to come back at you.
No, because he's a guy.
Oh.
So stay out of it.
Right.
Women don't get into it. It's always guys.
Yeah, I know.
Look at this. See this? Guys. Guys. Guys.
We just trip into them.
Even the cat was a male, okay? So let's watch that. Please obey the signs. It says stay out. Do that.
Stay out.
Home. Okay. Restrooms are out that way in the tin building, snacks, drinks. You can look back there and in here, souvenirs, go across the highway. The signs will guide you. If you're here longer than 15, 20 minutes, it's going to be $1 a person, but if you start doing like photography, it's $10 an hour.
Okay.
So depends how long you're going to be.
Yeah. Not very long. I got.
So if you're going to be here less than an hour, it'll be like $1 a person, but if you're going to start going that way, it's going to be $10 for the photography.
I got some dollars.
How long you guys want to be? You just have to
I'm just going to be like maybe a half hour.
Okay.
For $3.
Yeah, that's cool. Thanks, man.
All right.
Yeah, any questions? 5 miles down the Colorado River, check that out.
That's nice though. I like that area.
Thank you.
Look at all these rocks. Big spiders. All kinds of precious stones in here. Oh, these are cool. Used to have them like that.
Should we get some gold for $4?
Gold flakes.
Right.
Cool. Yeah, dead cat. 7 Up. Coca-Cola ice chest. I already got all this stuff. Tonka. There's the barbecue section. Fireplace. Another one right there. Look at this old truck. That's awesome. It's a dually. You got old water truck. Nash over there. Big water tank. Here's a old buggy water tank. Here's this old Model T. Might be a Ford. Church stuff. Little camper. Pink Cadillac. Gasoline. Water tank. Look at this tank. Holy crap. Horse and buggy. Here's the... I don't know if that's a Ford or what. This one says Chevrolet. Bullet holes. Yeah, up there is where the mine was. You can see the chutes. And that's where they processed it with the acid. You know, those tanks. And then there's a mine house up there. Way up on the hill is where the actual mine was. There you go. In 1940, Charlie Canyon and his art shorter located a cave above the Colorado River, about 12 miles northwest of the spot in it where the remains of the Southern Nevada last great renegade Echo, who had been dead about 6 months, had grown up in Eldorado Canyon area and was responsible for the string of murders between 1910 and 1919. After his last killings, he continued to live in the area for another 20 years. The bones are identified by physical characteristics, artifacts found in the cave, which such are known as murder victims, placed this 23rd April 2006. Now in the caves. There's a big mining bucket. Big wind thing came around. Oh, so this is a little store. 1861 historical Eldorado Canyon. This thing got shot up 1884 to 1864. Toward the Colorado River from this point runs Eldorado Canyon, where occurred one of the biggest mining booms in Nevada history. Gold and silver were discovered here about 1859, and soon rich mines were developed in the 1860s. The canyon was bursting with rowdy people of the nearly 500 men, many of these said to be from the Civil War. The river was navigated by this time, making it impossible to bring food and supplies in boat. Of course, for its and strengthens, the canyon was eventually well known for the largest mine, the Cup. Wall Street salvaged high yield $5 million during the 40 years of operation. Yeah, tech cup. That's what this mine is. That name, Detective Cup, whatever you say it, however you say it. So here. And then if we go over here, there's a barn. It's coming in now. Sorry. And we got all these trucks. There's a tow truck. These old cars. Big barn. Look at that barn. That's pretty cool. Big old gear. I like those Willys trucks. Those are cool. Over here, across the road, over here we got mining gears. There's a cool thing over here I want to show you. Now see all this white dirt? That's the finished. They would come out of the acid vats. The acid. That's the white. Extra. And they process the silver and gold, and that's what's left over. Look at that school bus. That's cool. We got all this equipment. There's a work cart. That's huge. It's a nice one. We got all cars over there. Buses, old cars. This is cool. It's an actual Navy plane. Isn't that awesome? That's the real thing right there. He got these on a deal, I guess, and just put them here for fun. It looks like they crashed here. That little tiny window. And you got, yeah, this is the acid wash of all of the silver and gold. The ore. It turns into fine sand. Look at this. Oh, crashed here. We got a wire holding it up because I won't fall on people. There's another one sitting in the dirt. Look at that cage. Pretty cool. Yeah, some more over there. Just stop. Guided tours only. There's another one. That's a big wheels for the ore. There's a lot of stuff out here to look at. What? Alright, it's a cool. You got VWs, that one's a Baja. And And then you got the old truck Ford panel wagon. This is the Chevy panel wagon. That one's in good shape. I like the one window. 3,800. And then VWs. Well, it looked like you could get them running. You got VW bus. Well, this one's cool. Look, they made it into a trailer with a VW top. It's a trailer, camper trailer. That's cool. It looks like a Buick. Yeah, old school bus. This looks like a Packard or something like that. Oh, that's a Chrysler. Holy crap. That's cool. Look at this thing. You got a, it's like a Chevy Vega 4-wheel drive. This thing's huge. Out there. Yeah, that's a 4-wheel drive Vega. And you look at that. That's a Willys Jeep. That's cool. VW this thing. Look at this thing. That thing go anywhere. Okay, this is Nelson's Landing. There used to be a big dock right here, boat dock, and place for ferries to stop. But one year there was a huge flash flood, buried the whole thing with gravel from the choppy water. Whew. It was good though. I'll get my camera wet. Oh yeah. That is nice. Yeah, the sun's going down. Okay. Have fun.